We've all been there, right? You open your Google Cloud bill and your stomach just drops. But listen, that feeling, that's not usually a budgeting problem. 9 times out of 10, it's an architecture problem. And today, we are absolutely going to talk about how to fix it. It is the question that haunts every cloud engineer. You build this amazing, elegant system, it works perfectly, and then the bill arrives and it's just eye-watering. Way more than you thought it would be. But here's the secret. The goal isn't just to spend less, it's to build smarter. So, let's play detective for a little bit. We're going to investigate a super common scenario, a data analytics pipeline. You know the drill. You're pulling in logs and events, storing them, and then running queries to find some cool insights. On the surface, it seems so straightforward. But this is where the hidden costs are lurking, just waiting to ambush your budget. Okay, our investigation starts with culprit number 1, inefficient storage. So many of us make this mistake. We just dump everything into a standard Google Cloud storage bucket and call it a day. That's a huge, costly error. It's basically the same as paying for a premium climate-controlled locker downtown to store your winter coat in July. It just doesn't make sense. Think about your data like it's stuff in your house. The things you need all the time right now, that's in the kitchen pantry. Super easy to grab. But it's expensive real estate. But the stuff you only look at once in a while, maybe that goes in the garage. And those old photo albums you might need once a year, they go up in the attic. Well, Google Cloud has an equivalent for every single one of those places. And here's how it breaks down. Google gives you these different storage classes, each with its own price. Standard is for your hot data, the stuff you're hitting constantly. But as that data gets older and you access it less, you can move it to nearline, then cold line, and finally to archive. And with each step down, the cost plummets. It's a simple way to pay only for what you actually need. Now, here's the best part. You are not going to be manually moving all this data around. No way. That's what lifecycle rules are for. This is Google's brilliant set it and forget it tool. You just define the rules once, and Google Cloud automatically does all the heavy lifting for you. It's amazing. And setting it up is so easy, it's almost silly not to. It's just 3 steps. You define a policy, maybe based on the age of the data. You select an action, like change storage class to nearline. Then you apply it to the bucket. So you can literally make a rule that says, after 30 days, move all this data from standard to nearline. Done. Your cost savings are now on autopilot. All right, so we've got our storage costs under control. Our investigation is not over, though. It's time to look at culprit number 2, BigQuery. BigQuery is an incredibly powerful tool. I mean, it's fantastic, but it can also be a quiet budget killer if you're not paying close attention. Okay, if you only remember one thing about BigQuery costs, please make it this. You pay for the data your query scans, not the data it returns. I'm going to say that again. You pay for what it scans. This means a query that returns a single tiny row of data can be just as expensive as one that returns a million rows if they both had to read through the same massive table to find the answer. The secret is to scan less data. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine you're in a gigantic library and you need to find one sentence in one book. With an unpartitioned table, you have to literally go through every single book on every single shelf. It's crazy. But with a partitioned and clustered table, it's like the librarian says, oh yeah, that's in the 20th century fiction section, 3rd aisle. You go right to it, you only scan the tiny bit you actually need. It's not just cheaper, it's way, way faster too. And the difference this makes in cost is just staggering. Look at this. A query that does a full table scan might cost you $50. That very same query, pointed at a partitioned table to get the exact same result, could cost you 50 cents. That is a 99% cost reduction. It's a no-brainer. So this really should be your golden rule. This is the mantra for BigQuery. The cheapest and fastest query is always the one that reads the least amount of data. Every byte you can avoid scanning is literally money back in your pocket. Okay, we've wrestled our storage and our query costs to the ground, but our detective work isn't done. There is one more suspect, and this one is really sneaky. I call it the egress trap, and trust me, this is a hidden cost that can catch even the most seasoned pros off guard. So what is data egress? It's simple. It's the fee you pay anytime you move data out of a Google Cloud network. Think of it like a highway toll. Every time your data crosses a certain boundary, cha-ching, you pay a fee. And these little toll booths can pop up in places you really don't expect. So I want you to stop and ask yourself this right now.
Where is egress hiding in your architecture? Because I can almost guarantee it's in there somewhere. And those little costs, they seem small at first, but they add up incredibly fast and can completely wreck your budget. So here are the usual suspects. Obviously, moving data to another cloud or out to the internet, that costs money. We expect that. But the real trap, the one that gets almost everybody, is moving data between different Google Cloud regions. You might think it's all GCP, it should be fine. Nope. If your storage bucket is in US Central 1 and your analytics tool is running in Europe West 1, you are paying egress fees on all that traffic between them. The solution is so simple. Just keep your compute and your data in the same region.
So we've unmasked our three main culprits. We've got inefficient storage, we've got expensive queries, and we've got that sneaky egress trap. Now let's pull this all together. Let's create a simple 4-point plan to get this all under control. This is your roadmap to a much happier cloud bill. All right, here it is, your 4-point GCP cost checklist. 1. Use tiered storage. Match your data to the right storage class. It's that simple. 2. Partition and cluster your BigQuery data. Just stop scanning entire tables. 3. Minimize that cross-region traffic. Keep your resources in the same place. And 4. Automate everything you can with lifecycle rules. Let Google do the work for you. If you put these 4 strategies into practice, you're going to see a serious drop in your cloud costs. But you have to remember, cloud optimization, it's a journey. It's not a destination. You're never really done. So I'm going to leave you with this challenge. Keep digging, keep questioning, and go find the next hidden cost in your architecture. Your budget will definitely thank you.